Nolan's body was found in the exact same place where the GPS said the boat arrived to and where the boat left from. And that whole area had been searched on July 5th, the day before, by the Cajun Navy searchers. It's impossible for them to have missed a body there. It's also impossible for his body to not sink or float away with the current or stay there for 3 days. It doesn't make any physical sense at all. Now, we know Horn Island, you dock and then you're pretty much like the water. It's like a sandbar. So you're up to your like ankles or knees. So he would have to go so far out swimming to actually drown there. It's just not possible that they missed him during the search.
Ooh, when I tell you, I've been sitting on this new information and I ain't been able to sleep, y'all. I have not. I ain't been able to eat, and you know I love to eat me some KFC. I've been walking around my apartment at 3 o'clock in the morning talking to myself. Because what they just revealed, what they just let slip through the cracks, what they just accidentally, honey, they told on themselves. They just accidentally told on themselves. And it changes everything. Everything we thought we knew. Everything they wanted us to believe. Every lie they've been selling. Nolan Wells, 18 years old, beautiful black boy from Mississippi, football player, life ahead of him, y'all, goes out on a boat with his white friends on the 4th of July celebration. Isn't that America's birthday? 250 American birthday, celebrating America's birthday. Because we got to say what it is, right? They were right. They were white. He was black. And this is Mississippi. And I don't care how many people want to act like that don't matter. It matters. Press 2 if it matters. It always matters. Stop playing with me. Hello, honey. They come back. He don't. They got his phone. They got his keys. They don't tell his black mama for hours. She gotta track that phone herself. Yeah. Gotta be the detective herself. Gotta do the white people's job, the white police job herself, while the white boy sitting at a house with her black baby stuff in their pockets. Yeah. And now, and let me tell you, they knew you knew you had Nolan stuff because Nolan stuff left on the boat, right? If Nolan left his keys and his phone on the boat, somebody took the keys and the phone off the boat, right? And took it into somebody's house. So why they acting all dumb when the parents asking, give me his stuff? Why they not telling the parents, hey, we have Nolan belongings here? So now, we find out the body was in the exact same spot where the GPS said the boat arrived, where the boat left from, y'all. The northwest tip of Horn Island. The same spot. The Cajun Navy. The people who actually searched for him. They searched that exact area on July the 5th, the day before they found him. The day before they found him, they searched that exact spot and they found nothing. Yeah. They found nothing. On July the 5th, they found nothing. He went missing on July the 4th. July the 5th, that same spot, they found nothing. There was nobody there. There was nobody in the water. Nothing. Nobody, no signs, no nothing. When I tell you, okay, when I tell you, my hands started shaking when I read this. My hands was a-shaking because they telling us the currents was so strong. They telling us the water was so dangerous. They telling us he drowned. Yeah. They telling us he drowned. But they searched that spot. They searched it, and then the next morning, a black body just appears there. A body that wasn't there the day before. A body that wasn't in the water. It was on the land. What? Yes, honey, they found the body on the land. Not in the water, on the land. According to the Cajun Navy member, who was in the air at 6:30 a.m. in the morning on July the 6th, there was nobody in the water. Nobody at all. And then hours later, there was he, face down on the shore, right where the white boy's boat was. Let that sink in. You don't gotta be a detective to know what that means. Come on now. You don't gotta be SCI to know what that means. You just gotta have common sense, what God gave you. That's all. That's all. And if you black in America, if you black in Mississippi, you already know what that means. Hello? You already know what that means. You already know in your spirit what that means. You already know in your blood what that means. Okay? Because this ain't the first time. This ain't the first black body that turned up while white boys left it. This ain't the first time the white system looked at a dead black boy and said, no foul play. This ain't the first time white Mississippi unalived a black boy and called it an accident. Let me break this all the way down for the people in the back who still want to give the benefit of the doubt, because I see y'all. Maybe they missed it. Maybe the currents brought him back. Maybe the fish ate his face. Maybe the sun burnt him. Maybe it was under the water and he floated up. Baby. And you know what's so funny? When y'all give y'all conspiracies, when y'all give y'all thoughts, it's okay. But when we give our thoughts and our beliefs, we making up shit. Wait for the facts. Nah, I'm going to tell y'all that same shit. When you say, well, maybe he was underwater and floated, well, you need to wait for the facts. You need to shut up, take your own advice, and wait for the facts. When y'all say, well, maybe the current brought him back, wait for the facts. They didn't report it. Wait for the facts. He drowned. Wait for the facts. It's okay for you to make all this shit up. He was drowning, he was drunk, and that's okay to give your beliefs, but when we give our beliefs, we need to shut it up. Bull crap, baby. The Cajun Navy searched that area. Professional searchers, okay? These are professional searchers. People who do this for a living. They got boats, they got planes, they got eyes in the damn sky. They searched that northwest tip on July the 5th and found nothing. And then July the 6th, the black body just appears there on land after they already looked. And here's what they don't want you to know about who found that body. First, they say it was a Cajun Navy found. Then they say it was a park ranger found him. Then they said it was a game warden found him. Which one is it? Why they got three different stories, three different people claiming they found the body of Nolan Wells? Because when you lying, you can't keep up with your own story straight, right? When you telling the truth, the story is the same every single time. Every single time. But they keep changing the story, y'all. They confessing the narrative. They confusing the narrative, okay? They are muddling the waters, just getting it all muddy. Just like they muddying the water they claim that drowned Nolan. Just like they muddying the truth they claim is no foul play. But here's what we know. A park ranger found that black boy body on the land, not in the water, on the land, July the 6th morning. And the Cajun Navy, they was in the air, searching from above. Brian was flying 400 feet up and he spotted something, but he didn't touch that body. He didn't examine that body. He didn't determine where that body came from or how long it was out there. A park ranger did. A park ranger found Nolan's black body on the land, not in the water, not floating, not washed up by the currents, on the land, like a package, like a delivery, like somebody brought it back and left it where they knew it would be found. And here's what Brian had to say. The Cajun Navy guy accidentally revealed, check this out. He said, the area has strong currents. He said there are sudden drop-off points. He said you could be in 3 feet of water and the next step you're in 20 feet. He said the currents can drag you out fast, violently. He was trying to sell the drowning narrative. He was trying to make it make sense. But don't y'all say, Brian, you need to shut up and wait for the facts, because if you don't know that to be true, why are you putting out there? So keep that same energy y'all got for me. Brian, shut up, because that's not the facts. You don't know that to be true. But it's okay when a white man can do it on TV. He can do all these conspiracy. He can do all these makes up believe, and y'all eat the shit up and y'all want to run with it like it's facts when it's not facts, okay? I'm not going to allow y'all to play in my face like that, okay? But here's what he also said, right? What the truth just slipped out his white mouth before he could catch it. He said he was flying 400 feet above the island on July the 6th when he spotted something near the northwest shore, 400 feet, and he could see it. He could see it clearly enough to know it was Nolan. He could see what he was wearing. He said it matches the description. But here's the thing. If the black body was in the water for 2 days, if the currents were so damn strong, if the water was so violent, the black body would have been bloated. It would have been bloated. The black body would have been disfigured. The black body would have been unrecognizable from 400 feet up. But he saw it. He responded. He knew it was Nolan, that black boy. That's a beautiful black boy. Still recognizable, still visible, still placed there. And another Cajun Navy member. It was another one. The one that was in the air at 6:30 a.m. on July the 6th. He said there was no black body in the water. Nobody at all. He said he came back later and there was a black body on the land, not in the water, on the land. So they want us to believe that the water, this violent, strong current, dangerous water, held onto that black body for 2 days, held it, kept it, and then just coughed it up right there, right where the white boys' boat was, right where they searched the day before at 8:30 in the morning. 2 days later, it stayed there. Didn't float away, didn't sink, didn't get carried out by the currents they keep talking about. Just stayed right there by the shore, waiting to be found like a gift, like a message, like a warning to every black boy in Mississippi. When I tell you, that makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. That makes no physical sense. You hear me? That defies everything they telling us about these currents. everything they telling us about the water, everything they telling us about the danger. If the currents are so strong, if the drop off was so sudden, if the water was so violent, the black boy would be gone, carried out to the sea, never found, or bloated beyond recognition. But it wasn't. It was right there, on land, found by a park ranger, not floating in the water, not washed up by currents, on the land, like a package, like a delivery, like somebody brought that black boy back and left it where they knew it would be found. And y'all, the fear is real. The fear is valid because this is Mississippi. This is the state with the most lynching in American history. This is the state where Emmett Till was murdered by white men for whistling at a white woman. This is the state where white sheriff, the white judge, the white coroner, the white medical examiner, the white DA, the white rescuers, the white first responders, they all work together. They all on the same team. They all protecting each other. They all protecting the white boys who killed a black boy. And if you're black in Mississippi, if you're a black boy in Mississippi, you ain't safe. You ain't protected. You ain't gonna get no justice. Cause the system was built by white men for white men to protect white men. And honey, and do what to black boys? You fill in the blank. And bury the truth, and blame the currents, blame the water, and blame the black victim, and call it drowning, and call it an accident, and call it no foul play, and honey, and sleep at night, and wake up the next day and do it all over again, and again, and again, and again. Honey, shout out to Willie D. Willie D said it, and I'm going to say it again. I don't trust the white rescuers. I don't trust the white police. I don't trust the white first responders. I don't trust the white EMs. I don't trust the white coroners. I don't trust the white medical examiners in Mississippi. I don't trust the white prosecutor in Mississippi. I don't trust the white DA in Mississippi. I don't trust the white judge in Mississippi. I don't trust none of them. Because they all work together. They all stay on code. They all protecting the same white people. And sometimes the people who find the black body are the same people who made the black body available. Sometimes the white rescuers are a part of the damn cover-up. Sometimes the people who's supposed to help you are the same people who hurt you. Sometimes the white system is the murder weapon. And the fear gets deeper. The fear gets darker because we know what they do to black bodies in Mississippi. We know what they've been doing. We know the lynching. We know the hanging. We know the sooty-sighties. That was no sooty-sighty. We know the drownings that wasn't drownings. We know the accidents that were murders. We know they get away with it every single time, every single case, every single black body that turns up dead in Mississippi with a white suspect nearby. They get away with it because the white system protects them. Because a white system is designed to protect them. Because a white system was built by them, for them, and to keep them safe and keep us, you fill in the blank. And the anger is burning, honey. The anger is hot. The anger is righteously, holy, spiritually warfare. Because Nolan Wells was 18 years old. He was going to a football camp. He was going to college. He had his whole life ahead of him. And they just took it. They took it like they take everything else. Like they take our black joy. Like they take our black peace. Like they take our black kids. Like they take our black future. And then they tell us it was an accident. Then they tell us it was a drowning. They tell us there was no foul play. They tell us to trust them. They tell us to wait for the autopsy. They tell us to be patient. They tell us to just calm down. They tell us we're being too paranoid. They tell us we're making it about race. They tell us we're conspiracy theorists. They tell us we're crazy. But we're not crazy. We're not paranoid. We're not making it up. We seen this before, man. We lived this before. We burned our black, honey, we buried our black babies before. And we know in our black bones, we know in our black blood, we know in our black DNA that passes down the memory of every lynching, every burning, every drowning, every sooty-sidey that wasn't sooty-sidey, every black body that turned up, you fill in the blank, with the white suspects nearby. Every black boy that went out with the white friends and didn't come back home. Every black mama that cried on the news while the system protected the clear killers. We know, because it's in our DNA. It's in our history. It's in our bloodline. It's in the air we breathe in Mississippi. It's in the water they're drowning us in. It's in the ground they're burying us in. It's in the trees they're hanging us from. We know. And we are angry. And we have every right to be angry. And we right to be fearful. Honey. And we got every right to be screaming too. I tell you that. And now they're trying to tell these multiple boats. Yeah, they're trying to tell us that there were multiple boats, multiple white boats involved, not just one, multiple boats, captains, multiple GPS records, and multiple GPS records. Yeah, they're saying there's multiple white people who know what happened. So where are they? Where are these GPS's records, huh? Where are these statements? Where are they phone calls? Where is the evidence from all the boats? Not just the one they want us to look at. Because if there was multiple boats, if there was multiple white people, if there was multiple whiteness, if there was multiple stories, and they only want us to hear one, they only want us to see one GPS. They only want us to believe in one narrative, the drowning narrative, the accidental narrative, the no foul play narrative, the nothing to see here narrative, the move along, black people stop making trouble narrative, the trust the white system narrative, the white boys wouldn't hurt a black boy narrative, the Mississippi has changed narrative, the it's not about race narrative. Lies, 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 all lies, every last single one of them. And the phone, they scrubbed that phone. Woo! Wiped it clean. They deleted the messages. They deleted them pictures. They deleted the evidence. And now Ben Crump team is supposed to inspect it with the Mississippi investigators. With the same people who already said no foul play. With the same people who already closed ranks. With the same people who are already protecting those white boys. How are we supposed to trust that inspection? How are we supposed to trust that download? How are we supposed to trust any evidence they find is going to be used to get justice and not for a cover-up? Huh? Because they already showed us who they are. They already showed us what they do. They already showed us what the system protects. The white powerful, okay, and buries the black truth. Hello. And the keys. The keys, honey, they was at a different house in the phone. They came from the boat to the house. Nolan's black dad had to get the keys from a house where the white boy lied about having them. Said he didn't know where they were. Then found them on an Xbox about 5 minutes later, after the black dad was standing there waiting after the dad was asking, after the dad was begging for his son's belongings. And the boy who lived there, the white boy, he stayed inside the door, locked it until the police arrived about Nolan's wallet. He locked the door. He hid inside. He wouldn't come out. He wouldn't talk. He wouldn't help. He was scared. He was guilty, honey. He was protecting something or someone or himself or his white friends or the secret they all keeping. Honey, when I tell y'all about that judge, the judge mama, woo, that judge mama, one of those white boys' mama is sitting on the judge in Mississippi. Yeah. We supposed to believe she don't know what her white son did. Huh? We supposed to believe she ain't using that position to protect her son, to slow down the investigation, to make sure the right white people don't ask the right questions, to make sure the case goes cold before it even gets warm, to make sure the evidence disappears, to make sure the black witnesses get scared, if there is any. Honey, please. I wasn't born yesterday. I know how this shit works. I know how this machine works. I know how they protect their own. I know how a judge mama can make a case go away. I know how a connected daddy can make evidence disappear. I know how the whole system closes ranks when it's one of their own. And the secure call, the distress call at 4 p.m. Hey, we're at the bottom of the west tip of Horn, and our pump stopped working. We're going. We're sinking. Can you please come? I want to get this boat unsanked and towed back. But the GPS showed the boat left on the island at 4:31 p.m. And people are saying when they called it in, was that like a undercover call to say, hey, the body is here? Was that for them to bring out certain, you know what I mean? What was that about? Anyway, honey, they made it back to the dock at 6:06 p.m. and was taking out the water, that same boat, at 7:19. So the boat was sinking at 4 p.m., but it left the island at 4:31 p.m. 30 minutes is sinking and it's still running and leaving the island. And it made it back fine. Then it was running up and all night to 11 o'clock. Okay? So, honey, those boys made it home safe. While the black boy was left behind. While the black boy was drowning, allegedly. While the boy was staying with some girl. Okay? Which story is it? Which lie they telling today? Which virgin they want us to believe? Because every time they open up their mouths, a new contradiction falls out. A new lie, a new cover-up, a new piece of evidence that didn't think we'd find, right? And the body placement, the black body placement, this is what they don't want us to focus on. This is what they hope we don't find. This is what they praying we don't notice. The black body was found in the exact same spot where the white boy's boat was. The exact same spot that they were searched before the day before. In the exact same spot where the currents was supposed to be so strong for a black body to stay, but it stayed, it waited. It appeared just in time to be found, just in time to close the case, just in time to say, hey, you guys, no foul play, and move on. But we're not moving on. We're not forgetting. We're not letting them bury this black baby twice. We're not letting them turn Nolan Wells into another statistic, another unsolved murder, another drowning that wasn't no drowning, another accident that was a murder. Honey, we're not letting them get away with it. Not this time, not this black boy, not this black family, not this black community, because Here's what we know. Here's what the streets know. Here's what the community knows. Here's what everybody with common sense knows. That body was placed there. That body was placed there. That body was brought back. That body was dumped on the shore by somebodies who knew where to put it. Somebodies who knew where the boat was. Somebodies who knew where they searched. Somebodies who knew the current narrative could cover their tracks. Somebodies who had access to the black body. Somebodies who had access to the boat. Somebodies who had help. Somebodies who had protection. Somebodies who had a whole system behind them. And the fear is real. Because if they can do this to Nolan Wells, if they can kill an 18-year-old black boy, dump his black body, control the white narrative, suppress the evidence, protect the white killers, and get away with it in broad daylight, they can do it to any of us. Yeah. To any of our black bodies, any of our black babies, to any of our brothers, to any of our sons, and they will. They have. They've been doing it. And they're going to keep doing it until we stop them, until we expose them, until we scream so loud that they can't even ignore it. Until we fight so hard they cannot bury us. Until we demand justice so forcefully that they have to give it to us or admit what they really are. White supremacy in action. White power protecting clear killers. White Mississippi doing white Mississippi has always done. Unaliving black boys and calling it an accident. Unaliving black boys and calling it a drowning. Unaliving black boys and calling it no foul play. And the anger is holy. The anger is righteous. And the anger is the spirit moving through us, telling us to stand up, to speak up, to never sit down, to never shut up, to never let them win. The anger is God saying, I see you, I hear you, I am with you. And we're going to get justice for this black baby if this is the last thing that we do. So here's what I need y'all to do. And I'm not just saying this for the algorithm. I'm saying this for survival. This is what we do when the system unalive our black babies and tell us it was an accident. This is what we do when they place a body where they already searched and expect us to believe it just floated there. This is what we do when they lie to our faces and think we stupid to know. Share this video. Not for me. Not for me. For Nolan. For his mama. For every black boy in Mississippi who ain't safe. For every black parent who sends their black babies out and don't know if they're coming back. For every boy in America who is not safe. Because if they can do that to Nolan Wells, if they can unalive a black boy, dump his body, control the narrative, suppress the evidence, protect the killers, and get away with it in broad daylight, they can do it to any of us, to any of our black babies, to any of our black brothers, to any of our black sons, and they will. They have. They've been doing it, and they're going to keep doing it until we stop them, until we expose them, until we scream so loud they cannot ignore us, until we fight so hard they can't even bury us, until we demand justice so forcefully that they have to admit who they really are. White supremacy in action. Woo! White power protecting. You know what? Unalivers. Mississippi doing what Mississippi has always done. Unaliving black boys and calling it an accident.